Hey bananas, we think you're groovy. Hey bananas, we watch a movie. Yeah. Drive your tune buggies everywhere, just going crazy without a care. Hey bananas, we think you're groovy. Hey bananas, we think you're groovy. We love to watch you cause you're our favorite show.
Hey bananas, we think you're groovy.
Hey bananas, we
Hey bananas, we think you're groovy. Hey bananas, we think you're groovy.
Na 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 na.
na 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 na.
Bananas, we think you're groovy.
Hey bananas, we think you're groovy.
Na na na.
Hey bananas, we
Hey
think you're
bananas, we
groovy.
think you're groovy. You live at Hocus Pocus Park playing games.
Think you're
Everybody in the
groovy.
world knows your names. Hey bananas, we
Think you're groovy.
Hey bananas, we think
You're groovy.
we love to watch your car and shows. Now up and down the poles you go. Hey bananas, we think you're groovy. Na 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 na.
Think you're groovy.
Na 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 na.
Hey bananas.
We think you're groovy.
Bananas, we think
Think you're groovy.
Bananas.
Think you're groovy.
Think you're groovy.
groovy.
Think you're groovy. Yeah.
Now, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're feeling groovy. Live from Melbourne, Australia, let's really hear it for Plastic EP. Come on, let's hear it. A man born with a face for radio. Here he is, Plastic EP. Come on, let's hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, my friend and yours, Plastic EP.
Hey, Plastic EP, congratulations on your 1000th show. Holy macaroni.
Nice, Bob. Nice.
Thanks, Bob.
Good job, Bob. Hey, Plastic, I heard it was your 1000th show. This is incredible. How long you been doing it?
3 years.
3 years.
My turn. Congratulations to Plastic on his 1000th show.
I want to say from the bottom of my heart, right? There's no one so talented that had that raw talent that still got it. I mean, you either got it or you haven't. And you know that song, The Music Lives in Me?
Yeah.
That's you guys.
I got
All
the
of ya.
music in me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I got the music. Thanks, Susan.
Hey,
Got
Plastic,
some
You're
music
welcome.
in.
You're welcome.
Plastic, let me tell you something. What you're saying is true. The music does live in us, and the music is what got us through all of our whole lives. It really is the truth. We're not overstating it. It's where we had our most fun. It's where we felt the safest. And to this day, we congregate around the music because it's the good place to be.
We do. And we most recently congregated around our new release, The Rhythm of the World, which should be playing all over Australia so we can come and hang out with you.
We are ready.
Hold on a second. We have something more important than this song. We have to wish.
more important?
We have to wish Plastic EP happy 1000th episode. Happy 1000th episode, Plastic.
Happy 1000th episode,
1000th episode.
Happy 1000th episode. Plastic.
There you go, brother.
All right, brother.
All right.
Let me ask you this. Who's our favorite guy in Australia?
Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne.
Plastic EP. What a great guy. Plastic, we want to congratulate you. We know that you are 34 or 35 shows away from 1,000.
I thought you
Can
were
you
going to
imagine
say
that?
you're 34 years old.
No, he's 35,000 miles away. That's you got to travel 9 days to get there.
So it's his 2000 show? Is that what
1,000.
1,000, sorry. But it will be 2000 very soon.
35 shows away from 1,000. And we want to congratulate you.
Yes, and Vicky.
And Vicky, especially Vicky,
So she did
that poor,
the show,
that poor
too.
woman. No,
we
but-
love you, Plastic EP.
We love you, buddy. Can't wait
It's a
till you
pleasure.
come to the States, knock on my door in Florida,
That's right.
and I'm going to take them to Melbourne, Florida.
Oh,
From Melbourne, Australia.
Florida. Where do they get a load of Plastic EP in Florida?
But it's so great to meet Chachi finally after seeing him on the Zoom and on your program.
That's right.
God bless you all, and keep doing what you do, making people happy. You know, he started when COVID lockdown started.
That's right.
And he's parlayed it into almost 1,000 shows.
And you know what happens when he's been doing that? He introduces people to different people, and look at us.
That's right.
We would never have met.
That's how we met.
Plastic EP.
First it was Gary Puckett. Gary went over to Australia, met you, and you haven't met him in person, have you?
Gary Puckett?
No. Not Gary Puckett.
No, neither. I've never.
How about Little Anthony?
No.
How about Peter Asher?
No. Oh,
All right.
Peter Asher, yes, but listen, I love Plastic EP. I like to think I was one of the first that did his shows with him.
Yep.
And
we still are supporting you, man.
Yes.
Doing great work.
We are taking a big collection together to get him a nice brand new tuxedo.
Or a shirt
Oh,
with a
shit.
tuxedo printed on it. It'll be great.
And can I sing an Elvis Presley song for him? He loves when I do it.
Go ahead.
I got a hula-loo from Honolulu, rock a hula baby.
That's great, Chachi. We'll call you. We'll call you. Hey, Plastic,
Thank
on the road to 1,000 shows.
We love
Wishing
you,
you the
Plastic.
best. And we can't wait till you come to the States. We love you, buddy.
We love you from Boston to Melbourne. Peace and lunch. Love.
I got the same old story, them all night fears. You know, there ain't no room around here for a guitar man.
Congratulations, Plastic EP, on reaching your 1,000th show.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Plastic, how you doing, buddy? This is my lifelong friend Dale Powers from the Ohio
Hi,
Express.
Plastic.
So we're just here to congratulate you on approaching your 1,000th show, right? And just wish you the best. God bless you, and it's great being your friend.
You did a fantastic program with Plastic EP in Australia. Sensational. Do you remember Plastic?
Yes.
Outrageous.
Yeah, yes.
Original. Just, he's coming up to 1,000 shows. Can you thank him for 1,000 shows in Australia?
Yeah, I would say thank you so much. I think it's one of the best series I've ever done. It's wonderful. I hope I really get the chance to come out there and visit. You know, that would make my life.
Great evening.
Thank you.
You know what's happening, don't you?
I do indeed. You know what? I've been down this road before. You told me you wouldn't get to 100. Then you couldn't get to 200. Then you said, I'm never going to make 500. So you've got me onto every time. Congratulations. But you know what? This is a milestone. This is like climbing Everest.
Yeah.
1,000 shows.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was 1,000 people that you knew, but you obviously found them. And congratulations, man. You've obviously got a great job. You make people feel comfortable. And I can see that I'm going to be on now for the 2,000th show. But so...
for sure.
Hurry up, will you?
Hey, listen.
Please hurry up. Good luck to you.
I want to say something now. All right. In honour of being the hairdresser of the Beatles, right? I had to wear my Letter B t-shirt because you did their hair. And I mean, how massive is that? Come on. The world loves you just
And how
for
messy
that.
is that? That's a messy haircut. But that's a good haircut.
And not only that, you know, they're releasing hundreds of books every week, new Beatle books. But let me tell you, this is two of the best. There you go, Leslie Cavendish, The Cutting Edge.
Oh,
Make sure
my
you
God,
go.
I had never seen that before. Hold on. I think I've got the other copy. That, believe it or not, look at this.
Is that, yeah, okay. But have you got the one from Spain?
I've got the one from Spain, but I'm not going to tell you. You can't speak Spanish.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to speak Spanish, get to me. But yes, here it is.
Okay, ole, ole. And I just want to say something else here. You can't buy this book without this book, right? The
Oh,
Beatles
my
and me
goodness.
on tour, Ivor Davis. Now, you know the guy stays up late just to watch us. So he'll be watching this, right?
Good. That's a good double act. The Beatles with Ivor Davis and some hairdresser that cut someone's hair. Yeah,
That's
that's a
it.
good bookshelf for people who want to read good books.
Now, I just want to say, you're both my uncles. I love you both. You know that. And I just want
You're
to
such a
tell
lovely
everybody,
man.
go out there, get that book. I think he's going to extend this book now, The Beatles and Me on Tour, Ivor Davis. And don't go and get The Cutting Edge by Leslie Cavendish, because there's so many great stories in both these books. But, you know, at the moment, there's so many Beatle books coming out. I can't keep up with it. I've done so many interviews now within the last 3 months of just Beatle authors, and it's just coming from everywhere, you know. I can't understand how much money people have got.
Well, it's not that. It's just that people are writing about every single thing that they can think of. I've got a new book coming out as well, which I will tell you about a little bit later. Yeah. But when it comes out, it'll be an exclusive to you. But you're going to be, this one's going to blow your mind, the book I've got.
That's fantastic. I need to blow my mind. You know, Ivor Davis, I came up with the best sayings about Ivor Davis. And this is what these two things are for marketing, right? Ivor Davis is groovy and is famous. That's the first one I came up, the original.
Very, very,
but then I thought
original.
I'd extend that, because you do a lot of seminars with him, right? You two are like just together, you know what I mean? And this is the other one. Ivor Davis, he's the greatest. Okay, come on.
You sound like a white Muhammad Ali.
And don't we love the Beatles? And I want to say a big hello, right, to Michael Lindsay Hogg. The guy's just fantastic, all right? I don't want to say anymore. I love the guy. Now, also got to say this, as you know, Paul McCartney's coming to Australia to do his tour. And also Kiss has been selected for the AFL football grand final. They'll be playing at the, you'll see that live all over the world. I'm sure you're going to watch that.
I think that's their final tour. I was with them in London, and I think, again, it's their final tour, but I think this looks like it is the final of the final tour. But what's final? But if you get a chance, anyone, to go and see Kiss, first of all, say hello to Tommy Thayer from me, and also most spectacular rock act. Incredible. So,
exactly. Now, I've got to tell you one thing about Kiss. They are the greatest when it came to merchandising. They learnt the lessons of the Beatles, and they followed what it was right, not to make any mistakes. And I've got to say that they are the most merchandised band in the world. The most merchandised band, bigger than the Beatles when it comes to merchandise, is Kiss. That is a fact.
They are. And also, as well, I was having lunch with them all, and every one of them is a Beatles fan.
I know.
You know, they really are. They get their inspiration from the Beatles, and as you well know.
Since you're the hairdresser to the Beatles, right? Did any of them say to you, Leslie, would you be kind enough to give me a haircut? Because they know that you're cutting the hair for the Beatles. If I was a Kiss member, I would have gone, Leslie, can you cut my hair? Did anyone ask that?
Yeah, Tommy, the spaceman. Spaceman wanted his haircut.
And did you cut it?
So not yet, because he's still on tour. I couldn't give him a skinhead like I gave Paul McCartney. But when I go to LA, I'm meeting up with him, and I'll see if he's retired, and I may give him a haircut there. But you know, in fact, he's got his own winery, so I think would rather have his bottles of wine than I'll cut his hair. We'll see what happens.
You go and sit down there and relax. Now I want to ask you something on a serious note, right? I want to know your most loved Beatles album. What is your favorite Beatles album of all time?
Hard Day's Night.
Is it?
Yep.
That's unbelievable, because I thought you might go for Rubber Soul or Sgt. Pepper, but that's a great album. 1964, when Hard Day's Night came out, and I was in elementary school, that's in America, but because I'm in Australia, it was state school, as you know, and we had those red pillar boxes and those red telephone boxes, same as England when I grew up in the 60s. And it's amazing when you think Hard Day's Night, when it came out and I heard it, it was like something you'd never heard before. That's how great that song was.
It was a very raw album. It was one of the early ones, as you say. Listen, the other albums, Rubber Soul, is also tremendous. But this was just when they started even moving on to 1632 track, you know. But those early albums were fantastic. I just loved them. I grew up with them, and there's some songs on there that are fantastic. So, yeah, you know, all the albums, you know, very hard to pick one, but I go for that one. What's your favourite album?
My favourite album, Leslie's Please Please Me, because I just love every single song, and it's the Beatles coming out and saying, here we are, we're going to change the world, and this is us, this is our music, and we're the music of your generation. Without the Please Please Me, there'd be nothing. I mean, I saw her standing there Chains, Misery. I mean, you know, they wrote Misery for Helen Shapiro and she didn't know anything about it. Went to a management, they didn't give her the song.
There's a whole book with your many people that I suppose that you've interviewed, the songs the Beatles gave away.
Exactly.
You know?
I interviewed the author.
I knew a lot of the songs that the Beatles, we say, gave away. I mean, they even gave away to the Stones, didn't they?
Yeah, I Want to Be Your Man.
There you go.
But you know
That was
the
just
story
under a
with
taxi
that.
ride.
You
A
know-
taxi ride in London.
Yeah, but you know the story with that. John Lennon came out later and said, that song was for Ringo. You didn't think we were going to give him an A-side song, did you? Leslie, I just want to say, you know, over the course of the journey of 1,000 shows, I'm very fortunate they were able to get Beatle people and, as I said, be the glue that actually brought Beatle people together, because people didn't know who was what from the Beatles or who was in England. And over COVID, everybody got to learn about the Beatle people and they were able to connect. So it's really great, the fact that that actually happened. And I can't thank you enough. And I'm just saying, being your friend, being Ivor Davis's friend, being Chachi's friend, being Charles Rosenau's friend, the list goes on, right? Sean Weeks. I mean, it doesn't stop. These are great people, like all the people. And I just want to say out there to the world, you know, I've done this. I got to 1,000. Took me just over 3 years. It's unbelievable. I dedicated my time, basically my life, day, night, day, night, day, night. And it's an experience that, you know, historically, all these interviews are going to live forever. You know, I might not be here. I haven't had a chance to see these 1,000 interviews, but one day I will. And I just want to say, it's just the greatest honor to have been able to do that. And meeting you and, you know, you come on the show, you supporting the show, and you just being you, it's just so fantastic. I wake up every day. I got your book, you know, and it's not that. It's
Thank you.
You're a person of the world, you know, and your history in Beatle legend is going to be there forever. I'll give you an example. I just was going through the internet. There you go. There's a picture of the Beatles from Magical Mystery Tour at the front of the fish shop counter. And who's there between them? Leslie Cavendish, hairdresser to the Beatles. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that in your life.
Well, you know, thanks. I know you're so enthusiastic and your personality. It gets people like me interested in you. And I'm sure all the other authors, all the other Beatle people say thank you, because I've met many people through you who have contacted me and I've contacted them. I've met them and I wouldn't have met them without your help. So a big thank you from me and to all the other people in the Beatle world for reaching this milestone, which is a milestone. You know, 1,000 shows is a big one. So well done, mate. Well done.
Hello, Plastic. This is Debbie and Nigel Greenberg calling in from Liverpool in England, wishing you congratulations on your 1,000th show. Can't believe that it's come round so quickly. It doesn't seem 5 minutes since we were congratulating you on your 500th show. So there's only one place you can go from here, and that's the toppermost of the poppermost.
And that goes for me too, Plastic. Have a wonderful night, and so pleased that you've reached this wonderful milestone, and long may it continue. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, hi everybody. It's Jude Sutherland Kessler, author of the John Lennon series, working away as usual. But I did want to stop and say huge congratulations to you, EP, on your 1,000th podcast. That's crazy, crazy good. No one has interviewed more people from more diverse walks of life with more comedy and caring and creativity than you. Here is to 1,000 more.
Let's get back to rock. Oh, let's get back to rock. Let's get back to rock. Oh, let's get back to rock. Yeah, let's get chairs and you left my house. Even sent my cat and mouse. Didn't care, even shook my roots. You even took my leather boots. Let's get back to rock. Country California, come on Come to sweet California. Come on now, baby, I adore you. Let's get back, let's get back, let's get back to rock. Wow!
Let's get back to rock. Let's get back to rock. Let's get back to rock. Let's get back to rock.
Let's get back to rock. She left my love and she ran away, but I knew she'd be back today. Let's
get back to rock.
Come on now,
let's get back. Let's get back to rock.
Come to California where my sweet baby rocks. Come to California where my sweet baby rocks. Come to California. Come on now, she rocks. Sweet little baby, my little baby rocks. Let's get back to rock. Let's get back to rock. Oh, let's get back to rock. Baby, let's get back to rock. Rock, rock. Let's get back to rock.
I want to say congratulations to Plastic EP on your 1000th show. Fantastic. And also to tell everybody, non-negotiable, buy my new duet album. It's a journey you won't believe. It's myself and KT Tunstall, and it's called Face to Face.
Hey, Plastic, this is Tony Kishman with the show Live and Let Die. I want to tell you, buddy, I'm so proud of you for reaching 1,000 shows. It's hard to believe that it's been 1,000 shows. I remember in the COVID times when you came out of nowhere, and here you are, Plastic EP, and I think I've done your show about 5 or 6 times. And again, congratulations for your 1,000th show.
Hi, this is Chris Odell from Tucson, Arizona, and I am sending a very happy anniversary to Plastic EP, one of my favorite shows. I love being on it, and I love listening to it. So enjoy this next year or decade even. Okay, bye.
She's my kind of girl. She's my kind of girl. Soon you'll be close to me, 'cause you mean the most to me. You're my kind of girl. Yes, you're my kind of girl. I know I'll miss you, and I wanna kiss you, 'cause you're my kind of girl. I said you're my kind of girl. Let's go. I'm your kind of boy, like a brand new toy. I'm your kind of boy. Yes, you're my kind of girl.
Welcome to the Plastic EP 1000 celebration show. We've got Plastic EP and Vicky. And Terry Crane.
He's coming in from NASA. He's always doing those rocket ships. Now, Vicky, what is it you want to say?
I just want to say hello to everyone out there. We love you all. And a huge congratulations to my wonderful husband, Plastic EP, for his fabulous achievement, 1,000 shows in 3.5 years. So he's actually living out his dream. So he's very, very happy. Thank you to everyone who supported him and have helped him to get to where he is right now. He's a well-known international pop culture podcaster.
Hang on, don't go because Charles Rosenay is going to come into the party. Hang on, the Man of Mystery's coming on.
Hello, everybody.
Are you there, Charles?
I am here.
I'm going to go.
You've just come into the 1,000 message from Vicky. Just add something on so I can put it. Say something to Vicky.
Hi, Vicky. You know that 999 of those were because of you.
No, I think they got a lot.
Love you, Charles.
Hey, Charles, they got a lot to do with you too, all right? So don't worry, credit's got to go where it's due. How come you're so dark today? Can you turn on the light? Have you paid the power?
I've got to run, everyone. Have a lovely show. Bye.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you,
Good job.
I'm just very well tanned, my friend.
Are you coming in very dark? Here comes
So I'm
Ivor.
Well, he's journeying into this.
The shadow knows.
He is the shadow. It's right.
Who's the
Hey, here's Ivor Davis. He's the shadow man, the Man of Mysteries on your left there. Charles Rosenay. He's coming in dark.
Who else is on with us?
Don't worry, Chachi's coming. I'm already recording. Go straight into it. Just start the show off. Start the show off again, if you can, Scott, and do the intros. Who's on so far? Let's go.
Welcome to the Plastic EP 1000 Celebration Show. Wow, we've got Plastic EP here today with us. We've got Terry Crane here with us, Charles Rosenay, and Ivor Davis.
Here's Ivor Davis. He's groovy and he's famous. We love him.
Hello, everybody. And there's Charles in the shadows. Hi, Charles.
We have to put out an official apology to the world because I put out a book and I included Ivor Davis in my book with a great top 10 chapter. And I somehow made the big mistake of putting that he joined the Beatles with Elvis at Graceland. But of course, it was in California. And that was totally my mistake. And one person caught it. One person found the error. So my apologies to Ivor, the great Ivor Davis.
Oh, well, thank you, Charles. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, he was calling me a liar, so I punched him in the nose, and then he started bleeding, and then he apologized.
That was Mulholland Drive.
Nearby, yeah, in Beverly Hills, really. But anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, I just want to say something, and then you turned up at the Manson murders a day later, didn't you?
Yes, I did, yeah. But that's close by, yeah.
Anyway, let's get into Plastic EP. Ivor, what do you want to say? Kick it off.
Well, what can you say about a guy who's done 1,000 shows? I mean, I said this before, but I believe that you probably, and I should really check with your wife, you're really a zombie because you never sleep. You're up 24 hours a day, and no human being can actually exist that way unless they're made of a fiber that I don't know about. So I would say the opportunity to meet you when I can actually check you out, with my stethoscope, will be great because no man on earth, and everybody is nodding their heads, right, can do what Plastic EP does, which is devote his 26 hours a day to this program. So Congratulations, keep it up. And I always say, when people say, he's crazy, he's marvelous, I say, but his heart's in the right place.
That's it, 3.5 years. I just want to say, go for it, Charles Rosenay. Say whatever you want because you're a big part of this, all right?
Well, it's been a great run. I can remember as if it was like just 3.5 years of unbelievable podcasts, one after another. The most amazing guests, the most amazing topics. We learned stuff that we didn't even know from bits of Beatles history and Monkees history and rock and roll and entertainment. We thought we knew everything there is to know. And you've unveiled factoids that, we could have lived without, but are still great additions to our beings. And just the fact that I personally got to become friends with people like Terry Crane and Scott and Ivor and Ed Rising and on and on and on, Mark Arnold, Michael Ventrella, all of us, Howard Stern had his Rat Pack, or Whack Pack, I should say. And, we're part of the Plastic EP universe. And that's one of the nice sidebars of this whole thing. Yeah, sure enough, you did 1,000 episodes in 3.5 years or less, but you know, how many friends were made because of your show? And I think that's what makes me the proudest. You know, normally I make fun of you, but I have to tip my hat to you here about all the people who've connected because of the Plastic EP show.
Very well put. I must just add one thing. Sorry, I came back from London a few days ago, and I went to Abbey Road because they put on an 80th birthday party for Billy J. Kramer. I want to tell you, Billy J. Kramer was raving about this guy. And indeed, I watched the show, and it was a terrific show. Billy J's cut a new album. He's been resurrected at 80. And so it was an incredible experience to see him sing, perform at Abbey Road, and then do an album. So I think you've kind of been his kickstart, Plastic. So enough of this bullshit. Go on, somebody else.
You know, I just want to finish that off right. Billy J. Kramer got the J from John Lennon. But in 2023, I put a new meaning to the initial J in his name, Billy J. Kramer, standing for in 2023, Billy J. Kramer is just the greatest, okay? And I mean that sincerely. And I really appreciate you being at Abbey Road, you know, and getting this interview. And I appreciate Charles for chasing it up and organising the interview. I've got to give credit where it's due. I've got to say, Charles has helped me all the way right from the first time I interviewed him, and that was like a gas. I found him, and I've got to thank Sean Weiss for introducing me to Chachi LaPret. Also, Charles Rosenet was talking with Sean Weiss, and I believe it's Sean Weiss that told him about Plastic EP, if I'm correct.
Well, no, actually, I said, who is this guy, and how come he hasn't interviewed me yet? And that's why Sean connected us. And it's been just a great journey since then, between being on the show, you know, creating some characters, and also being able to get one or two guests for you along the way. It's been a pleasure.
Well, I'd say a lot of guests, and what I'm saying is, when I look back, right, Mary Wilson, that was fantastic. Bobby Rydell, I can't thank you enough, Charles, from my heart for that. And he's been coming to Australia right since the late 50s, and he loved Australia. And he always said that on the interviews. And let's just see a segment from Mary Wilson from the Supremes and Bobby Rydell.
Baby love, my baby love. Did you get it?
Mary Wilson, I got to tell you, it's fantastic. We love you. The world loves you. One of the greatest female singers in the world with the Supremes. What can I say? Welcome.
Thank you. Hi. Hi, Australia.
And hi to the world too. Did you have people coming up to you and going, Mary, Mary, whenever I see you, I hear a symphony?
No, no one says that to me. I wish they would.
Hey, this is Bobby Rydell here, and I'm waiting in my home here in Pennsylvania. I'm waiting for this guy, Plastic somebody, you know, and he wanted to do this Zoom thing, but I don't know where that guy's at. You know what I'm talking about? You know, I think he did something like, hey, bananas, I think you're groovy.
Hey, bananas, we think you're groovy. Hey, bananas, we want your movie. Yeah. Driving tune buggies everywhere, just going crazy without a care. Hey, bananas, we think you're groovy.
Terry, now, you want to say anything, go for it. Or do you want to say something, Charles, to add on?
I will say, add on to Charles, he's 100% right. The Plastic EP universe it's amazing. We go out somewhere and we go, oh, we got to get a video and we got to turn on Plastic. We got to send this to Plastic EP. We've got to get this on tape and all that. And we'll be out in the middle of the Brian Epstein statue unveiling, or we'll be in the middle of a concert we're about to go to. And we've got to log in and send it to Plastic EP because his universe is bringing us all together. And just like Chachi's about to get on right now, it's bringing us all together. And it's really nice how all that connects like that. The other thing I was going to say is, EP, you brought all of us into this universe where we are discovering people that we knew about and different things like that. Just like when you brought me and said, hey, we're going to do this novelty. This lady was on Leader of the Pack or something like that. She sang that song and I thought, oh my God, how did you do that? And
My
there she is,
boyfriend's
right?
back.
My boyfriend, the lady's on my boyfriend's back. And I'm thinking, how in the world did you get that? And there's so many connections that you have got and brought us all along with this that I'm just amazed. We're so proud to be a part of the 1000 show. It's just amazing.
Anyway, I've got to welcome Chachi LaPrette, and Chachi LaPrette will tell you, right, when we first started, Chachi LaPrette is going, who's this guy, what's happening? And as I said, I was introduced to Chachi from Sean Weiss, right? And I've got to tell you, since Chachi and I collided, right, we just went out there and just did our thing, and we're going through COVID and we're finding our way and everything's happening. Then thanks to Charles Rosen, we interview Eddie Munster because he's a big fan of the Munsters, right? So what happens is Charles organised Butch Patrick, who plays Eddie on the show, and that blew him away. And then also Chachi is a big fan of Rifleman. So we got the guy in New York. They had the Rifleman stay at his house for a couple of days, and he's telling us stories because he photographed John Lennon. Do you remember his name? Chachi. Anyway, what happens is, let me tell you. And then we go on, and when we did that interview with Dina Martin, I mean, how great was that, Chachi? The first 20 minutes, when we're sitting there singing Amore and going through all the songs, and she just pops up and sits down and goes, what's going, guys, and starts singing to us. That's the best part of the interview. The rest is like, let it roll. Everybody loves somebody. You know, play a record there, everybody loves somebody. Chachi, can you whack on Everybody Loves Somebody on the radio?
Everybody loves somebody.
Can you play one of your CDs while we're waiting, please? Just play something.
Oh, I can't. I don't have my CD play.
What have you got the Elvis? Have you got Dean Martin CDs?
I do, but I don't have a CD player here. Sorry.
You have his records or what?
I don't have any records either. The records are all downstairs. Everybody loves somebody sometimes.
Go and do that. We'll just sing it until she comes. Everybody loves somebody
sometime. Your love may be your love may be well worth
waiting for someone
like you. If I had it in my power, I would wait for every girl to have your charm. And
I'll be
every
waiting
minute, every
for
hour,
someone like you. I've got that.
every boy would find what I found in your heart.
In your heart.
Everybody loves
somebody sometime. Start singing when she comes in.
Your love is it well worth
Waiting for someone
like you.
And what about the one at Amore?
That's Amore.
That's Amore. Sing a few lines, Chachi.
Hold on. I gotta get the
When the moon meets your eye like a big pizza pie. That's Amore.
Amore.
That's Amore. I grew up more with Dean than Frank.
Yeah, me too. Bells will ring, ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Hey, will you be playing your Dean Martin CDs after this in the car?
Just like pasta vajou.
You
When
guys
you
are
wa-
having a party there.
When you walk in a dream and you know you're not dreaming, signore.
Sounds pretty good. Everybody loves somebody sometime.
There she is.
But you see,
back in old Napoli. That's amore. Okay.
I can't believe I'm
cheers.
singing with Dina.
Cheers to everybody. We love you, Dina.
Cheers
Australia
to you.
loves you. We love you so much. You got no idea. We even dressed up. I dressed up in my tuxedo. Chachi Lapret. He's Italian background. I'm Greek background. Cheers to you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Amore to you.
Thank you very much. How are you guys?
We're fantastic.
Okay.
I'd like to say, Dina, it's such a privilege and a pleasure to have Hollywood royalty on our show because we love you so much. We watch your podcast, your live shows. You're coming up to 131. We listen to you on your radio show. Dina.com. Everything's there for everyone to see. You've got such a fantastic channel there. I mean, Chachi, I got to tell you, I love everyone, okay? But there's things that you do. When you sing Elvis, it's the only thing that cracks me up on the neck. So you got to do a couple of lines from Elvis for me for the show.
First, let me acknowledge, as Terry did, it's an honor to be here for show 1000. I think we join you for every 100th show. In fact, I have my poem I wrote for you from the 900th show. I'd like to read that momentarily. But I do want to say that, yes, the Great Plastic EP emerged out of Melbourne, Australia during COVID and brought together so many people. And since then, I've met the great Ivor Davis. Look at Ivor, your book is right here.
I like your reading. And hello, Chachi. Good to see you again.
A pleasure to be with Ivor. Terry Crane, the great Terry Crane. I have my book right here. Terry, handing that up right there.
There we are.
You got Ivor's there as well. Can you show Ivor's?
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
grab
I just
Ivor's
did.
book.
Yeah.
No, hold it in your hand. It makes Ivor
Oh,
feel good.
hold
Just
it in my
grab
hand.
Yeah.
It is a real
Bring it
book.
up. He's got to see it. Can you show him the cover so I can remember?
Yeah, he
his
showed
book?
it to me. I saw it. It's in plastic.
I
Yeah.
hold it
I
up. I
think
just
he
want
knows
you
the
to.
cover.
Hey, it's been extended, that book too. All right, isn't that right, Ivor?
Yes, I'm coming out with a new version and with a lot more stuff and all the rest of it. But it is nice, as sorry to interrupt, but it is fun to all the characters that we've met through you.
Yeah.
Through You're the Hub, you know.
Yes.
And you know, so many. What about the
Yeah,
guy?
Charlene, she's big. Charlene,
sorry.
Ivor, I just want to say, Charlene is huge.
Charlene, you guys are stepping on my time here, okay? Now, I do want to read my inscription from Ivor. It says, to Chachi, what a pleasure to breakfast with you, David, and the Fab Four. This book is autographed. I did not send one to Plastic EP, so I thought that was a brilliant inscription.
No, I paid for my book. I actually paid. I had to go out there and pay it. There's no
Now, also,
inscription in mine. I'm waiting for him to come back to Melbourne. Hang on.
I do want to also acknowledge, where did he go? What professional is this, Ivor? Steps away from the mic during a live show. It's upside down. There you go. Okay, very nice. He has a book as well.
Okay, thank you.
Australia,
Enough
they
already
read
of
them
my
upside
book.
down, you see.
Moving on.
And I do want to acknowledge, I also met Scott McKinley through Plastic EP, the great voice man, audio book guy. He's awesome. He works with Jude Kessler. And all of this goes back to the person I've known the longest on the panel, Charles Rosenet. Been a dear friend with Charles since the 80s in Boston. He's a very well-known figure. Just got back from Abbey Road. And so it's a pleasure to be with everybody. And you, Plastic, your 1000th show. May I read my poem that I wrote? It was
Please,
probably like
Chachi.
3 days ago for your 900th show. You
I
seem to do
appreciate that.
really-
You didn't write one for my thousands, did you?
No, because I've been very busy today. But I think this is worth reading twice.
Please.
Okay, it's Plastic EP's 900th show.
Well,
We
just say it again,
oftentimes-
but say 1,000. Sorry. It's okay.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you. Don't interrupt again, Charles. Please tell me. It's Plastic EP's 1000th show. We oftentimes wonder, how high will he go? He quietly started broadcasting from Australia in Melbourne, and within 1 year, his voice traveled the world like a thunderous bullhorn. He's interviewed many and became their dear friend, while others predicted by now it would certainly end. But Mr. EP continues his broadcasts, and he's never a bore, especially when his guest is a Davis, in this case, Ivor. He never offends his guests, and his guests are never pissed, especially when he's promoting Charles Rosenet's Book of Lists. Eddie Munster, Bobby Rydell was a Chachi best wish. Then we cut the Beatles' hair with Leslie Cavendish. Our greatest of all was Michael Lindsay Hogg. And let's hope for Plastic EP, there will never be an epilogue. Thank you very, very much.
Very good.
Now,
Very good.
Terry, I will.
Wow.
Very good. I got to say, your second job has got to be a poet. That was just like magnificent.
I promise, Terry, for the 1100th show and Scott, you will each get a verse, and this will live on until
Love the
Plastic
iambic
EP
pentameter.
gives
That
up
sounds
this
great.
venture of doing millions of interviews. So, a pleasure to be with you all. Thank you for giving me this time.
Now, that doesn't matter because you know what cracks me up? There's only one person who cracks me up on the net that sings Elvis, right? And when you sing Elvis, no matter what show we did, I always cracked up. And I even crack up today and watch the replays. So you got to
And
do
I will-
that Elvis song for me, please.
I will
Hall of
just
Fame.
say, Plastic, this is about you. The way you move your hips down to your fingertips, I'm really heaven bound. And when you start to sway, I gotta say, you really move that grass around. Rock, a hula baby, rock. A hula baby got a hula loo from Honolulu. Rock a hula baby tonight. Thank you very much.
Elvis has left the building.
That's right.
know-
I'm signing off. Chachi has left the room.
Hey,
Thank
you
very
know,
much.
I impersonate Elvis, don't you? Hey, Bubba's the king. Hey, Priscilla, bring us a coffee. Whatever you want on here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then what happens is I went to America, right? And I did a video, and Vicky and me in this huge limousine. And I said, we're going to Vegas. And they go, Viva, Viva Las Vegas. Right. To get that last note, you got to know how to sing. Believe me. How great was that? I just did that live. Come on.
Terry, when's your new book coming out?
A couple months. It's almost ready to go. So when it's getting way too long. So
Terry, update those who don't know, including me, about your new book, please.
I'm doing a book on copywriting the Beatles from the 62 to 64, because when I was doing all the research for the memorabilia book, I kept running across all this other stuff that was out in the Library of Congress that was Beatles or Beatle related copyrights. And I thought, what is all this other stuff? And there's novelty records, there's unlicensed toys and unlicensed games and everything that did get copyrights. So I thought, well, I've never seen some of this stuff. So I started researching, and that's been 3 years ago, Ivor. So here we go.
Terry, tell Plastic what the highlight of the book is, please.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Plastic didn't get to do this unless you didn't put me in your book. I wrote a little bit of
yes,
the book.
Plastic. The highlight of the book is I had Chachi. He wrote an introduction in the book, and it's wonderful. It's a great oratory written down there about an introduction into novelty records and the different copyrights and the times, the 64 times and all that of what was going on. It's wonderful.
Well, thank you. And also, can I add, Ivor, I want you to know this. Tomorrow is a very important day in Boston, because tomorrow, 59 years ago, you were in Boston with the Beatles at the Boston Garden, September 12th, 1964.
Wow, you're right. Yeah.
We just did a big event at City Winery Boston and yesterday at noon for a lunch where we celebrated the 59th anniversary. And we had Studio 2, the Beatles tribute band, in their outfits, perform the exact set the Beatles played. And I mentioned Ivor Davis and his book and how people should see it. And then I also said Ivor has agreed to come to Boston for the 60th anniversary next year. Of course, you haven't agreed yet. But we're hoping you still have grandkids in Boston.
I
and
do.
you'll
I
make a
have.
trip.
You're right. You're good memory. I have a grandson at college in Boston. Right.
And in fact, at yesterday's show, we had the students from the Beatles class at Suffolk University.
Ooh.
And so next year, we're doing a big 60th anniversary, and we're going to try to entice you to Boston. And you know what? What if we can get Plastic EP on a plane to come to Boston, wearing that jacket?
I'll be hanging on to the wing. That's the cheapest way to get me there.
Okay, back to you, Plastic.
I'll fly
Sorry.
first class. I'll put a bag on my shoulders.
It's pop star mania. It's pop star mania. Do you wanna say to ya? It's a pop star mania, traveling style, traveling shame. Is it the music or a business game? Pop star mania, it's pop star mania. You buy what they say to you, it's old pop star mania.
Hey everybody out there, Johnny Rock here from Johnny Rock and Roll Radio, saying congratulations to Plastic EP on his 1000th show. Keep on rocking, brother.
Hey Plastic, Georgia Paris here. I wrote a little ditty for you today in regards to your 1000th show, so here it goes. I can't believe it's 1,000 shows. Your show will continue to grow and grow. Thanks for including me on your big day. You are sunshine and you are rays. I hope you like it.
Hey, it's Angelo, and I want to wish my buddy EP Plastic, or Plastic EP, any way you say it, 1,000 episodes. Congrats, brother. That's dedication. Keep bringing us the good music. Love you, bro.
Well, I'm getting older, I'm slowing down. Gotta keep a clear head on the trouble around. I don't move like I used to, but my heart still pounds when I'm with you. Saw a young girl, must have been 16. She was dressed to kill, sweet
Annette by the Spindells, my favorite tune. And here's a video of the Spindells performing Whenever We're Together, and it's got their true, unique American Beatles sound.
Something happens when I go with you. Tell me, baby, can you feel it too when we're together? I've been up and down with you. Still I wanna hang around with you, and that's forever. There's something in the way you look and the way you look at me. There's something We're the latest creative pop sensation. Our music's taking over the nation. We're the latest creative pop sensation. We're a teenage pop sensation. Our music's climbing up the charts. We think our clothes are really smart. We're the latest teenage pop sensation. Our music's taking over the nation. We're the latest teenage pop sensation, yeah. We're really gear, yeah, yeah. We're the latest teenage pop sensation. Our music's taking over the nation. We're the latest teenage pop sensation.